Mike Hammett for SWOSUathletics.com talking today with Defensive Coordinator Colin McQuillan as we get in a week and a half into practice now. It's been about a week since we talked to you last, so far now, another week in, how much has this defense grown over the last week?
Well, Mike, I'll tell you what, we finished practice really well today. We got our turnover belt in the mail yesterday, and we used it today. So we finished practice with a pick six right there at the end with Braden Sweet, and our guys are really maturing. I think our biggest thing is we're trying to teach them not only the defense, but then to be a part of a team and then to trust us. We're trying to put them in the right spots so we can win games.
The turnover belt, I mean, everybody knows the turnover chain. If you follow college football, it was such a big deal at Miami a year ago. Just how much does that raise the level of excitement for these players on the field and what they're trying to do, even in practice, like you said today?
Yeah, that was the biggest reason. One, we wanted to get it for the games, but we also wanted to bring it out for practice. So those guys are enjoying what they're doing, and then they're going to see some reward out of it. So I found a website this summer and bought it from there. It's about $200, but I told them, hey, it's for you guys. And so hopefully at the end of the year, we have somebody that's a turnover champ, has the most turnovers a year, and they're going to take that home with them. So they're going to have a lot of pride in it, and they're going to enjoy it, and they're going to have fun with it for sure.
It's a fun thing to do. I guess the big thing here in the last week defensively, you've had few injuries anyway up front. You've had to rotate some guys in with some different groups. How have they adjusted to what's going on?
Yeah, we've had a couple guys that have just been dinged up a little bit. Nothing serious so far, knock on wood. But those guys are taking a couple days off of rest. But the biggest thing about that, and then we're getting those young guys in and they're getting reps. They're learning what's going on, and it's putting us in a position that's going to be game-like, that we never know what's going to happen. Somebody might go down, the next guy's got to step up. And those guys getting those reps is important. And then those guys getting healthy and ready to go and whatever it is, 15 or 16 days is going to be important as well.
Kind of the story has been transition, whether you guys are changing the system, guys changing positions that are returning. We talked with Quinton Gale today and his move from corner to safety. What kind of transformation have you seen from him? I know there's not a lot of film since he was hurt last year, but it's a little different to go from corner to safety.
Oh yeah, that's one of the toughest moves, I would say, especially with what we do. But he's doing a good job of kind of commanding the back end. He's getting the guys in the right spot. So whether we're in 4, 2, 1, or 0, he's putting the guys in the right spot, and he's being a leader then off the field and telling those guys, hey, make sure we're getting in the film room, make sure you're doing what you're supposed to do. And it's just a breath of fresh air because it's something different, and he's realizing that he can do something besides just play corner.
The other guy, Braden Sweet, moving from safety to outside linebacker, finishes practice with a pick six today too. Just how big is that to see him adapting to what he's doing and being able to make some reads and finish with a big play?
It's huge, Mike, not only for him but then as a whole team, because then everyone sees that and we're trying to put him in that position. So like I said, to win games, but to be in the best position to be successful. And then when they're starting to be all on the same page, and it turns into our 11 guys on their 11 guys. And that's one of our biggest things we've been preaching the last couple of days is you control you, and if you're the 1 out of 11 that doesn't do your job, then we're down one guy. But if you do your job and all other 10 guys do your job, then we're going to be very successful.
Scrimmage coming up Saturday morning. What do you want to see there from your guys?
I want to see us be really physical. We're going to go full pads tomorrow and get a little physical and shorten practice so we can get ready for Saturday and just see guys finish to the ball. We've been doing that really well and making sure that we know what's going on in every single possession and enjoying it and having fun.
It's Defensive Coordinator Colin McQuillan. Mike Hammett for SWOSUathletics.com talking today with safety Quinton Gale as he returns off injury from a year ago. And, last time we talked to you, last preseason, it wasn't long after that you hurt your knee and were done for the season. So I guess start there. What was the process like for you and the comeback to be able to be here and ready to go this year?
It was a lot of hard work, man. Edwin, Joe, and Brandon, they stayed on me this whole entire rehab process. It was a process. It was a long journey, but I'm happy to be back now. A lot of hard work, a lot of two-a-days, a lot of, just grinding.
Last season, kind of not only yourself, there were a lot of injuries in the secondary a year ago, a lot of young guys. How were you able to kind of help those younger guys that were getting in and maybe getting their first collegiate playing time experience? How did you help them along?
Pretty much just telling them what I used to see. Pretty much the comic relief, there was a lot of up and downs, and I was just making sure the guys stayed up. They was young, they was learning, man. They made a lot of plays, and, this year they looking to step up, and I feel like this year they're going to take 10 steps forward and just be great this year.
You've made another transition this year. You go from corner to safety. How different is that for you, and what's it been like?
It's a lot more physical. Corner, you pretty much locked in on one man. Safety, I got to know what the linebacker doing, where the D-line's stunning, where the corner's doing and everything. It's been a smooth transition. Every day I'm getting better, so we're going to see it during the season.
As far as the defense changing alignment, going to a three-man front, and maybe putting you guys on an island a little bit more in the secondary. First of all, just having an opportunity for some man-to-man things. How much does that excite you a little out there?
It excites me a lot. You know, I'm usually going against the outside guys. This time I go against the smaller, quicker guys. You know, they talk a lot, and it'll keep me engaged throughout the whole entire game. So it's pretty exciting. It's just competition at the end of the day, so I'm really enjoying it.
As far as this defense, how much improvement have you seen from the spring to where you guys are now a week and a half in?
We are way more advanced than where we was at in the spring. This was my first time running at safety, and we pretty much haven't taken a step back this year or this fall camp, and I'm excited to see what we're going to put on the field August 30th.
The big news today is the turnover belt makes its first appearance at practice too. So how much does that get you guys excited, and how much you guys want that belt with you when you come to the sideline?
Man, that's big, man. It's just motivation. You know, that belt pretty slick, so I'm ready to host it up a lot this season. So
it's very good. Quinton Gale with us here on SWOSUathletics.com.